Morning, everybody. We do a quick video this morning. Yesterday, Jason sent me a video of the guitar, and he's supposed to join me here shortly. Put the link in the chat so he can join us. But oh, it was so cool. Okay, can't wait to get it. He says he's gonna ship it on Monday. That's gonna be so cool. But he shared a little ditty with me and a text before I came on, that he found a document or whatever that says compasses point to the true Jerusalem, or I mean, like Mount Zion, or what would it be? I don't know. They said Jerusalem in that deal, but I mean, it makes sense to me. Hey, there's Jason. All right. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh, living the dream, baby, living the dream.
Because you got to be asleep to believe it.
All right. That's right.
Yeah.
The fact that they're saying that Jerusalem could be in the north, magnetic. I guess I don't know. That we know the shit they've told us so far. I mean, I was just watching Wits It Gets It. They've got auditnasa.com, and they're
hey, hold on real quick.
What?
I got echoing going on.
You got an echo?
Yeah.
You got another window open?
That's probably what it is. Hold on.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
It wasn't coming through on this side.
Yeah, it was me. I got it. We're good.
Now it sounds different.
Yeah.
Now it sounds different.
Yeah. Oh, but so
I mean, how do we know that they took a compass and followed it and went, yeah, there's the North Pole. That's all it is. That's where it's pointing.
What's that now?
I said, what are we supposed to do with the fact that they just told us? We invented this compass thing and we followed wherever the needle pointed, and what the heck? Look, it's the North Pole. Who'd have thought? Yeah, that's where it goes. That's
I wonder if you know, because in scripture it says that it says I will set up he will set up a signal, for everybody, to come to, New Jerusalem. And I'm wondering if the compass is the signal, right? I mean, think about it, dude. I mean, it's you got all the components, right? Because you can just take water and put a leaf in it, and then a magnetized little piece of metal, and lay it on the leaf, and it'll point right to the North Pole.
Right. If you can do it, no simple circumstances.
Yeah. So simple. It's so simple.
Right.
But I saw your heading, so I guess I better go grab that guitar.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What else did you think I wanted?
All right, let me get it. Hold on.
Yeah, grab her. He's gonna go get the guitar. He saw my title. I didn't tell him I was gonna do that. We had discussed some Bible stuff. He sent me that deal about the compasses, and I know anymore. But I was telling him I was watching Wits It Gets It, and they're doing that audit NASA. Go to the website and you can sign up and stuff. All right, looky there.
All right, so
man,
there you go. Try to see if you can see it there.
That's pretty good right there. Up a hair more, your name's blocking out the bar at the bottom.
Oh
man, that control looks good. That looks so cool. Then you said it's a 3-way switch.
Yeah, you got your 3-way switch right here, and so if you go that way, it's gonna pick up on this humbucker, and if you go that way, it'll pick up on this one, and then if you put it in the middle, you're gonna get both of them.
All right, so
yeah, which I like it in the middle. It sounds really full, and
Right. Is one tone and one volume.
Yeah. You got your volume controls right here. You got your tone control right there.
Right. Have you already tuned it?
Yeah. It's already. Well, I don't know if it's still tuned. I tuned it yesterday. No, it's not tuned anymore. It's brand new strings, so it'll
Right. Take a few plays on it.
Yeah.
Man, that looks so great. That looks so cool.
I got you. This is the expensive jack.
Oh,
right there. Yeah. It's a really cool jack. It actually goes. It's a full jack. So in the box, it's like
right.
like that long. So the cord grabs on real nice.
Nice.
It won't just pull out real easy. The other jacks, they're only about like that big.
Right. Just barely go through the bass.
And yours is more like that. So
right. Yeah, Kathy the other day that the amp I bought was sitting in there on the table, and she says, "You just gonna leave this here? Just why don't you put this up until you get that guitar?" I said, "Cause if I put it up, the guitar will never come." So I gotta leave it right there. Gotta leave it right there, man.
I'd never do that to you, bro.
That is such good work, man. I love that neck.
Yeah, it really came out real nice. Yeah, everything is the action on it. The action's real nice and low.
Right. Yeah, I was watching several deals and they were talking about that on these cigar boxes, that the ease or the difficulty of playing and sound all depended on that action.
Yeah.
Or how low is it off of the neck and off of the
And I made your little, what I did was I had extra pieces from the neck, and so I used that
on the bridge.
Yeah, for the bridge. Yeah, I thought that'd be really cool. Yeah,
it does. That looks great, dude.
Yeah.
Now the only thing left to do is me learn to play it.
Yeah. Well, for me to mail it on Monday.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
It's a given, man. I cannot wait. That is sweet.
Thank you. Yeah, it came out real good. I inched myself, so I had to cut down the neck just a little more. You had a little more exposure at the base right here. It came out about an inch more. But I inched myself. Because you got to, because everything's set up to scale, right?
Right.
And honestly, I messed up. So you got 23 inches from the nut to the bridge.
Right.
And I had 24 inches. So that like really hurt my heart.
But from what I've seen, in it like standard, the short is 23 and a long neck goes
25 and a half.
Yeah, 25 and a half. So you were right in the middle, dude.
I know.
Right in the middle.
Dude, I was like, I went on like all my little cigar box forums. I'm like, oh my gosh, what can I do? How can I fix this without cutting the neck? And everybody was like, no, man, you gotta you're gonna have to figure it out, because
you gotta cut it one place or lengthen it, shorten or lengthen.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't lengthen it, because I had already, once you have this scale down on the frets,
and you move it out,
there's no lengthening it, because that was another thing I was thinking, maybe I could do that, but I was like, no, it's not gonna work. So yeah, so
the funny part is, if you had done it that way, I wouldn't know the difference.
No, but you would, though, because if you're learning online, and and guys are playing on a certain part of the neck, and yours doesn't sound like that, then you're gonna be like, oh, what is going on?
I would have just chalked it up to the amp, or my ignorance of tuning, or my just inability to create a note properly. I wouldn't have blamed it on the guitar ever.
No, but that's the thing, right? It's like, I want you to be able to pick it up, and because the thing is like, where's my, hold on, let me get my, I got one right here. Because the thing about these that's so cool is that, here, let's just you know, the cool thing about these is you could just, you know, play one string, right? That's just one string, you know.
I would be more than pleased to be able to just do that. And I'm gonna jump into it. I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah, so it's really cool. It's definitely set up for it's more of an electric guitar than
Right.
a you know, acoustic, you know. Like,
Oh, for sure.
some of them I have, you know, you could play acoustic and it really rings out.
Right. I've seen a couple of videos where they say the two different styles, or you can get one that does both. And I was like, I don't care, man. I bought an amp. I'm always gonna plug it in.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it sounds good too. It's got a real nice, you know,
Yeah,
put a
from
little.
your video, yeah, that sounded really cool. That
Yeah,
sounded
yeah,
really cool.
yeah. It's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. So my next build is I'm doing it's gonna be for the first time. I'm doing all this first time stuff, right? Like I've never done two humbuckers before. That's
Right.
probably why I inch myself. And then but my next one, it's called a hold on real quick. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's called it's called a Telharpa.
A tell harp. Oh, I can visualize it. I think I've seen them before, where half of it's curved and the rest is straight.
It's a so
Parse.
what it is, it's a Norwegian instrument,
Right.
and it comes with a bow. You have to make a bow for it too. And it looks like, let's see if we can get it in there. No, the screen's
The
too.
light's just too bright on it to
Oh,
really see it.
oh, there you go.
It's hard to make it out. It really is for me because the light's so bright around the picture.
Yeah, I know. Hold on real
On a
quick.
different picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a different picture.
Yeah, that just had too much light around that.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
Oh wow, that's wild looking.
Oh, here we go.
And so you got to make a bow for it, huh?
Yeah, so I have a friend that has horses because it's a horsehair bow.
Right, right.
And so I have a friend that has horses, so I'm gonna go over there. He's gonna give me some horsehair, and yeah, it's real cool. It's wild because it doesn't have frets.
Right.
Like, it's literally your so the strings are just in this open you know, section of this instrument, and then you play it. I forget how you play. I gotta freaking look it up again. But you play it, and it's just your finger on the string that creates the different notes with
Right.
no fret.
Right.
So yeah, it's really neat, man. I can't wait to. And it's a crazy sound too. So I'm really excited to incorporate that into some of my music for sure. Yeah.
Right. Next time I go out to West Texas, we've got a good friend that plays and sings, and he plays locally about once or twice a month. And I'm gonna take my guitar with me and let him check it out. He's a pretty good picker.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and maybe get him to order one from you.
Yeah.
He might want one because he's got a bunch of guitars. He loves guitars.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So when I go out there, I'll take it with me and hook him up.
That'll be cool.
See what he thinks. But the now the bridge, I was looking at it close. Do the strings go under? They wrap under like that?
Oh, yeah. So, you're talking about where the
Back here. Yeah, where
strings are
you're.
right here.
Yeah. I was trying to look at that.
Yeah, so they're under, and then what I've done was I have a copper tape.
Right.
That goes from the copper tape goes from the back of the hinge here, and it runs up into where the holes are for the string, and so and then you just punch the hole in the copper tape, and then the string comes through, and that grounds your string. So I actually have a ground wire that is posted. There's a hole back here,
right.
And so underneath there's a ground wire that comes up into the copper tape.
Okay.
And then the strings are grounded that way, and then all the grounds go to the volume pot.
Right.
Yeah. Well, cool. Except I tried something different this time. So you got this switch right here, and the switch actually has a ground on it too. So I grounded the humbuckers to the switch, to the bottom of the switch. So that's kind of a new thing that I did, and it worked out real great. It's pretty quiet. So
well, I am more than pleased to be your guinea pig.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of experimental stuff on this one. So
right.
Yeah, it worked out. Took me longer to get it done, but you know.
You were busy.
Yeah. I worked myself right out of a job. So
right, when you work so darn hard, you work yourself right out of a job.
Well, because we were closing down the warehouse. So
when I was Josh, I just left home and moved to Lubbock. I was probably just turned 19, and I was mowing yards. And the guy I was mowing yards for, Dad, owned a parts house, and he retired, and he had sold his inventory. And he goes, "We need to go. Today we're going to help my dad load his business up, and all that." Oh, okay, we get there, and basically what he sold was bearings of all sizes, all the way from the littlest that gum bearing you can imagine to the suckers, this damn big, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
And oh my God, you couldn't put some of those bearings. You couldn't put one box of them in a box, or it'd rip it through. It's so damn heavy.
So heavy, yeah.
And that was the worst damn thing. And we tried to do it as fast as possible, get done with it.
Yeah.
But a job like that, yeah. No. And he had a storage area in the back, like an auto parts store would be, right? You've seen shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf, right? Boom, 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 boom. Every shelf had shit on it. And he was a picky bastard, wanted, oh, no, only these go together. Even if they were mixed on the shelf, you had to straighten them as you put them up, took them out.
Was it all on pallets at least?
Yeah, putting them on pallets, and but he wanted them in boxes, right? Because they were each individual box.
Well, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they might come in a little box, but it's only right. So, oh my God, that's my only experience of packing a warehouse of sorts. But that was all day. There were like 6 of us, and man, that shit, after a while, even the little ones, right?
Yeah.
When they're full.
That's heavy, man. When you put it all together, it becomes heavy, man.
Yeah. They broke a couple of pallets. We broke a couple of pallets because we're just early. We're just stacking shit on there. Okay, that's enough. It wouldn't even lift it. Like, okay, take some off.
Yeah.
Too much on this one. Oh shit. So God.
That was your big warehouse experience.
But you were driving a forklift though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was doing it all, packing it up for, I literally, Ashley came and helped a couple of days. But other than that, I literally did the whole thing by myself. So, yeah.
Have you ever worked at a distribution type place? I did a temporary job when I was in Lubbock. That what we did was we pulled orders for like restaurants and put them on pallets, and a big walk-in freezer, and you had to put on all this garb, and you had a list, and you had to go in that damn freezer.
Miserable. What are you taking such miserable jobs for, man?
Hey, I was just out of high school. I was on my own, man. I had bills to pay. I took any job. This is a temp service. That's any job.
My
it'd take all night to do one pallet, and then you had to wrap it in this plastic. And the dude that was in charge, I remember it so vividly. He was such a dick about exactly how he wanted the plastic wrapped.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to wrap it right, or else everything gonna come apart.
Oh, he did. It didn't matter if you had it where it was secure. There was a way. Start at the bottom and you go to the right. You don't sit in the middle and your top and go to the left. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, it's freaking secure. Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, Tommy.
How are you?
I'm blessed. What about you?
I am free and clear of all stressful situations at this point.
Especially now that he's finally got his guitar coming to him.
Oh man, I'm so hyped on that thing. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. I know, just your style, huh?
Oh man, I got all kinds of style, and that's right up my style alley.
Yeah.
That's all I'm about is style.
I tried.
I can't wait to get it because my neighbor across the road, Blockhead. Now that the weather has turned, he's got the garage doors all open. He's got the music thumping. And so I can't wait to get this, and we'll sit in the garage and turn the amp up. And I'll just sit there and just wail away the worst freaking sounding stuff.
It can't be bad.
Right back.
All you gotta do is play one string. It can't be bad.
You keep telling me that.
It's open tuning, man.
You're not me so good.
But with the ZZ Top part, so what I tried to do originally was I tried to mount a mirror back there. Right. So that when the light hit it, it would be like ZZ Top, Top, like on the walls and stuff.
Right. That would have been cool.
And now the mirror didn't work out because it would catch the reflection of anything in the room, you know.
Right.
And so if you had dark things in the room,
right,
you wouldn't see it because
what'd you put on there? It looks like white.
Oh, no, it's a metal plate that I sanded with 60 grit and did like loop-de-loop circly things.
Oh.
You know? Yeah. So no, it came out real cool, yeah. But
I would have just used metal tape and put a piece of metal tape.
Oh gosh, no. No.
Hey, that metal tape is shiny pretty.
Yeah, but it's just right. I know. It was weird how like there was too much glare, you know, because I tried to before I did it with the 60 grit and just swirl it, I tried to like polish it, you know,
really shiny, right?
Yeah, and make it like almost chrome. And it just didn't look right, man. It just didn't really
too much reflection, right?
Yeah, it was too much. Yeah. So anyway,
distorted image rather than
that was like 2 days, you know, that one dang thing. Well, and then you know, and the thing is like, you know, the ZZ Top, like I don't have a router or anything that I could. So that's all. I cut all that out by hand. That's all by hand and little files. And
are you hearing this? People that are watching, this guy's an artist, man.
So that was a few days because it broke. It broke in one spot, and even though I had it all like shimmed up and everything. And,
I know how that thin wood is. It's like working with veneer.
It's just like crack, and I was like,
it's like working with veneer. Veneer is so brittle, man. It don't take much to mess up veneer.
So actually, what I did once I realized I was gonna paint it red, and you know, once I realized I was painting and not staining, because originally I was gonna stain, and I tried it and I was like, no, it's just not working.
Absorb too much, change the color.
Well, I know it's not what you were looking for. You know? So once I realized I was painting it, it made it so much easier because I just took Bondo and I just beefed up that whole ZZ Top area. And you
know what? I would have taken whatever you turned out.
Well, I know.
I wouldn't have turned it back and went, it's just not gonna work for me.
Whatever, dude. I'm gonna give you what you want, what you paid for. You know.
Well,
Yeah.
trust me, whatever you had turned out, I would have been happy with. And
Yeah.
I'm overjoyed with this. That is so great. I can't wait to see it live and hold it.
Yeah, this one here is more my style. Like, no splash. What?
Hey, buddy. He's taking over the show. He's like, look, you've talked long enough, Dad.
Yeah.
I got things to say.
I don't even have to move. He's such a good dog. He knows. Get out of the way. No, go lay down. Go somewhere. So this is my typical, you know, except with the for the F holes. Like I usually don't do the F holes.
Right. That looks great, then.
I make other stuff, but this one, it's a little bit more my style.
Right.
You know.
That looks like something my buddy out in West Texas would like.
Yeah, it's even got a kickstand. Have I showed you that?
Yeah, you showed me that. That's pretty.
Oh yeah, the little pull out,
right.
The little pull out wood kickstand there.
I was speaking of like a kickstand. I was watching a deal the other day, and it was talking about Eddie Van Halen had these patents, and he patented a kickstand for guitars so he could hold the guitar, horizontal and tap.
Oh
so
yeah.
He invented and got a patent on this little kickstand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a little, and the cool thing is it's spring loaded, right? So it just
boom, up she goes.
And then you just slip your little holder
back in
right there.
Oh. Hey, can that clean out a pipe? You could have a dual purpose.
yeah. You could, well, it's pretty. I would be careful with it. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not. It'd take a little bit to break it, but yeah, clean out a pipe, you might break it.
Yeah. I just think dual purpose.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the ones where they got where they hold the whiskey flask in them?
No, I hadn't seen.
Oh, you haven't seen that? I haven't. I have not. I don't. Because a lot of guys
like you store the flask in the guitar.
Yeah, well, they'll make it so that the they'll keep the hinges on the box, right? They'll keep the hinges on there, and so the box actually can open.
Ah.
And then they keep their little whiskey flask back there. But I haven't successfully. I don't know if it's my neck design or what. Like this one, for example, I don't know if you can see that, but it curves around the box. And so most of my boxes, I screw the top down, right? And I have wood inserts that metal wood inserts that I have threaded, so that you're not just screwing into the wood, and because if you got to open it, and you got to open, say like after like 4 times of opening it, which you shouldn't have to open it like for its lifetime, but if you do, you could strip that and then your top won't stay on. So
yeah, and that wood is so soft anyway, it don't take much.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. My
mess it up.
Yeah, my I have wood posts that are in there,
right,
to screw it down to the.
Oh, sure, but I'm saying without them, it's weak wood.
Yeah, it's usually Spanish cedar is what cigar boxes are made out of. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's doing my stuff the other day. I told him, when you're putting up, they were building the frame for the seat there in the shower, and first screw he puts in, it splits, and I was like, dude, come here, you got to pre-drill all this. You have to pre-drill them or you're gonna split them.
Right.
Oh, see, senor. And so I got him the drill, and he did a few of them. I go in there and look, and he's doing it again without pre-drilling. I was, no bueno, you pre-drill all of them. You have to.
Right.
You're gonna split this shit everywhere, because he was using 2x2s, right?
Yeah.
The frame, and I was like, come on, guys.
I know, like all my holes I got to drill for the guitar.
Yeah.
For the boxes, I start with my tiniest bit.
Right.
And so each hole, it depends on how big the hole is, but each one I'm using it at minimum 3 drill bits for that one hole.
For get that tight fit.
Yeah, so I start with the little one because that's going to get me my precise, like right where I want the hole to be. And then my next one's going to make it a little bit, because if you just go,
not going to knock it off center.
Right. Because if you just go to a big drill bit, it'll.
One shot at it.
Yeah.
You get one shot.
Yeah, you get one shot, right? And I learned that from doing cabinets.
Right.
When you're mounting cabinets, you start with, especially like when you're putting the handles on.
Right.
If you just drill a big old hole and you got the
don't
spot
take much before you got a wobbler.
Yeah.
I tightened it down. Damn thing still wobbles.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, there's tricks to the trade that so many people they either don't know about, don't care about, or too lazy to do it, right?
Mostly it's just
makes it right. We're not doing this just for shits and giggles. It makes it right.
Yeah, most of the time it's just laziness.
Yeah. Watching those guys work. They work hard, but if you don't watch them, they get sloppy.
Right.
Right. And you got to call stuff out and go, oh, no. That's no bueno. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on them, man.
Yeah.
It's so different though. Like, out where you live, all along the, the southern border of the United States, all the southern states and everything. Like, all the work down here that people do is like freaking. It sucks. It just sucks, dude.
That's and everything.
Because up north, I lived in Massachusetts in the 5 college area. And all those guys are like, Freemason symbol, but all those guys are like, all those guys are, their work is not all of them, but a lot of them, the builders, their work is tight, man,
Right.
And I seen stuff down here. I'm just like, oh my gosh, if that was up north, these people would be fired.
It usually boils down to they're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheap. And, people go, yeah, okay. That's cheap enough. I'll take that. And then the end result is worth what you paid.
Right. The cheapest stuff. Like when I was working up north, people would be like, I found this flooring online for $1 a square foot, hardwood flooring, right? For $1 a square foot. And I'd be like, that's cool. I'm going to charge you $7.50 to put it in.
Right.
What? And I'd be like, because you're making my life a living hell.
It's crap. And
it's crap. And you expect me to shine a turd,
Right. You're going to expect the picture. The picture you saw.
They want the picture. Right.
It should look just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
The one on the box. That's the way it should look.
I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, look, I'm like, let me order the wood. You're going to pay about $4.50. This is back a little ways ago. You're going to pay between like $4.50, $6.50 a square foot for the wood. And I'll charge you, back then I was charging $3.50 for the installation, and $3.50 for the sand and finish, so you're looking at like what, $15 a square foot to have a beautiful floor that's going to be totally amazing,
When we lived in Arkansas, house we bought, we did a full remodel on it. And we put hardwood floors in. Well, we went to Lumber Liquidators in Shreveport. And we didn't buy the most expensive stuff. We bought the next level down. It wasn't that pristine of a house.
It's still Lumber Liquidators, man.
Hey, that was the only choices we had much. Other than just the regular old hardware. They didn't even have, they had a Home Depot. But,
this is all pre-finished.
Yeah. And so we get it put in, we get it installed. It's all fine. It's all great. We have it about a year, and I get a deal in the mail from Lumber Liquidators that particular flooring was made in China and it could possibly be toxic.
Yeah.
Did I want to join the class action suit? And I said, sure. I joined the class action suit. And 2 years later, I got a check for like $89
Ah!
for like my $25 was for like fees, and then the rest of it was for like a prorated percentage of what I paid.
Yeah.
And it had this scale, and the most, if you bought 20,000 square feet of their wood and you had it all replaced and you paid X amount, I think the top number was somebody who might get back $3,000.
Yeah, which
Yeah. And
they're saying that the wood is causing health issues and you know, medical expense. If it actually did cause you health issues, your medical expenses would be, you know,
right.
what minimum of
And of course, at the
$25,000.
end, it has the disclaimer, by accepting this check, you're releasing all liability and all that stuff to lumber
Oh, so that's
liquidators.
how they do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
got one the other day in the mail from Kia. I have 2 Kias, and Kias are easy to steal because of the door locks and the ignition, just a screwdriver, right?
Yeah.
And so, like 2 years ago, I got a deal in the mail about it. And do you want to join the class action suit? Sure. So I get the deal back, and what it says is, unless I've been broken into, a successful break-in or an attempted break-in, my choices are I can find a dealership and get a new software install, which I don't know how software install fixes the fact that you can use a screwdriver.
Right.
But,
well, maybe there's something with it where like the alarm won't go off if you do it a certain way or something.
This is a Kia Rio. It does not have an alarm.
Oh, right.
It's a base model car, right?
Yeah.
So I have the choice if I go get it done that way, or I return all this, I get in the lawsuit, I have to show all my damages, I have to produce all this evidence that I deserve. The max on their sheet was $320 that they would pay you if you had gotten broken into, or an attempted break into. And it said the whole deal was $24 million, the suit.
Yeah.
To do the upgrades. And
yeah, but they sold 24 million Kias, so
right.
Or actually, no, that wouldn't make sense. They sold
24,000 maybe.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, well,
I had 2 Kias.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a Sportage and a Rio. We traded that Sportage on Kathy's Edge. So I got 2 of them in the mail.
So do you so do you lease them, or do you buy them and then just trade them in?
I buy them straight out.
You buy them straight up, and then what do? You trade them in?
Yeah.
What, after like 3 years?
2-3 years. Yeah, that Sportage was 3 years old. And since we have 4 vehicles, we swap them driving them. And so they were low mileage. And I bought 2 Kias in 2020 in Abilene. And I paid $30,000 for them, for the 2 of them.
For 2 of them?
Yep.
Wow.
And I traded in a car that they gave me $1,000 for, a Nissan Versa. That was like a 2016. It was Alex's car. And then I put down like $10,000. So I had them paid for within the first year. Well, that Sportage, I traded it in. They gave me $13,500 for it. I only paid $18,000 for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I got it. And because it was low mileage, it was clean, it was a pretty nice little car. And I was like, wow, that paid for itself easy. And this Edge was 43, and we got 0 financing through Ford, and we put down like $6,000, and we financed $18,000, I think, on a $43,000 car, and we'll have it paid off next year. And it's so much easier if you get ahead of it like that.
I drive a 92 Ford F-150, single cab, and I put a rebuilt motor in it, and so
you're having all the fun.
Huh?
You're having all the fun.
I'm having fun.
You're having all the fun.
Oh,
My 69, golly, those guys still have my truck. The guy texted him Monday, said, please tell me you're painting my truck this week. He said, oh yeah, 100%. And I texted him 3 more times going, well, how'd it go? Did you do it? I hadn't heard back from him.
I'm telling you, man, like the South, these people, like, I don't understand. I don't understand
it's going on. They've had it now going on 15 months.
I mean, this is a dude that, was hoping to get your guitar to you in January, and now we're almost in March. But that's typically, but that's not my MO typically. Typically, I just had a lot of things going on. But
I understand. I'm happy. I'm fine. But these guys, I'm not happy. I'm not fine. Hell, a month ago, they said, yeah, we're probably going to paint it next week. I went and bought the paint. Went and bought everything.
Ready to go.
$1,000 just for the paint, the clear coat. Yeah. And so.
What do you got, a 69 what?
Chevy 3/4 ton.
I'm getting ready to go outside soon. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chevy 3/4 ton.
Oh, okay. A 69, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
Yeah.
I put a new motor and transmission in it. Gonna, when I get it back, I got new suspensions sitting at the shop I bought a year ago. Because I
right, because they've had it for 15 months. Yeah.
But I'm glad I did. The price of them has gone up 20%. I think I talked to the guy about a month ago. I said, "How much? By the way, how much will it cost me now to buy that?" And he's, "Oh, let me look." And they've gone up, about $60, $70.
Yeah. I'm surprised at what I can get for my 92. Apparently, it's a collector item now.
Those. It doesn't. Does it have electronic ignition? Being a 92.
Yep.
I think it does. Doesn't it have electronic ignition? That's the downside for an EMP attack.
Yeah, it's got. Well, it's got a little computer.
Mine ain't got none of that. My truck will go boom.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, they started. I had an '89 F-150, and that had a computer in it too.
Right. Mid '80s or so, they started those.
But it's like nothing. You know what I mean? It's like it probably has as much computing power as a calculator.
But it's enough that the truck won't start.
I know it.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
That's what sucks about it.
Well, you can just wrap it in tinfoil or something.
Right now, you have to do it now because you can't wait till it happens.
I'm not worried about EMP attack, honestly.
You don't think so? What about the cell phones? But what about the cell phones all going out the other day? What the hell's up with that? Did you see that?
We were talking about the cell phones going out the other day.
Did you not see that? All over the country. AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, cell service went out. Yeah, cell service went out, but you could text, but you couldn't make calls out or calls in.
Oh, no.
You could do Wi-Fi, but just no cell service, just cell service. No, people are asking, what was that? What is going on?
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't even aware of it.
Yeah. And mine didn't go out, but Kathy, she texted me and said, hey, several people here, their phones don't work. She said, I made a call. Can you make a call? I said, yeah. I mean, we're texting. And she said, wow, there's several people. Doctors are pissed. There's several of them, their phones don't work.
That's totally all right with me, dude. Like it can all go today.
Right. We know how to go back to analog.
I don't want to go back to anything. Let's go back to horse and carriage, pal. Let's
not go that far. Come on.
No, I'm serious.
I like my air conditioning in my vehicle. Come on. Let's not go too far. We gotta make some progress.
I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Let's get rid of it all. Let's just
get rid of all the convenience.
Let's
I ain't giving up my refrigerator. I ain't giving up my air conditioner. I ain't giving up. No. I ain't doing it.
But there's other ways. There's other ways to preserve food with that.
Not when it's 105 in West Texas. If you ain't got air conditioning, you'll melt.
Dig you a hole.
That's why I'm
too damn old to dig a hole. Because you're not gonna let me have a backhoe. You're not gonna let me have a welder. You're just gonna hand me a shovel.
Dude, it gets so hot. It gets so hot out there. It gets so hot out there, man.
Yeah, you're not gonna even give me.
I thought I was gonna die when I went to Arizona, and because I was driving my boat. We call it the boat. It's a 01 Mercury Villager, and it has no air conditioning, no heat, no nothing.
We lived in Bullhead City, Arizona.
Yeah,
and we lived there in the first summer. My parents came out to visit, and the last time they stopped was Flagstaff, Arizona. Well, it's at elevation and it's nice and cool.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
Gas. And so they drive the other 100 miles into Bullhead City. Well, it's 110.
Yeah, easy.
And they're in the truck, in the air conditioning, music's playing, and they stop at Walmart before they get to our house.
They go to get out.
My dad said, man, we stopped and put that truck in park, turned it on, and we stepped out, and it was like we sucked in the freaking winds of hell. We damn near passed out. That was so damn hot. He said we just about melted.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, man, you go from that air-conditioned truck out into that. Oh, baby.
Man, and no water survives. No water, the water on your skin, in your eyes. You
evaporation.
Know, you spit on the ground and it's almost evaporated before it even hits the ground. You know? Yeah, it's hardcore, man. When I visit my,
but it's a dry heat.
Yeah. Oh, it's so dry. Like when I would visit my brother in Yucca Valley, California, man. Like I'd have a cup of water, like, I would say ice water, but the ice goes in like 2 seconds.
Pretty quick, yeah.
But I would have this in my hand constantly, and I was always dried out. Like I'd be drinking water, and I was just always dried out there. I hated like sleeping at night, and I wake up in the middle of the night, and it just feels like you're done. Yeah,
right.
Well, I'm all set with it.
Our first year out there, we moved there in like October, November. So it was cooling down. It wasn't too bad. And come spring, like end of February, one morning, it just was like somebody flicked a switch at 3 o'clock in the morning. All around us, this is a new subdivision. And all around us, you start hearing generators and nail guns going off.
What?
And it's like, what in the hell? And new construction sites, they start at 3 o'clock in the morning and they don't even work till noon because it gets so hot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's what I did in Florida.
We had no freaking idea. We're like, 3 o'clock in the damn morning, really? Yeah. Like, I bet it gets too damn hot by noon.
You better get on your schedule.
That's what I did in Florida. I was clearing land for an Airbnb.
Right.
And that's what I would do. I'd get up at 5 a.m. I'd get out there and start that chainsaw up and start cutting down trees and pulling out palmetto bushes or whatever they call them. And right around like 10, 11 o'clock, I'd go in my trailer and I'd hang out there till probably about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And then I'd come back out and I'd work a few more hours and that was my day. That's what I did.
Right.
And my uncle couldn't stand it. It was his property. He couldn't stand it. I'd start heading for my trailer around 11 o'clock and he'd be like, going for your siesta?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll see you around 6.
First time I played golf out there after it's turned hot, I'd been playing up to then and, no big deal. Then all of a sudden one day we show up and there's a sign by the first tee box that says, warning, not responsible for accidents or medical emergencies. You must drink at least 1 bottle of water every 3 holes. Do not drink too much alcohol. Pace yourself, stay in the shade as much as possible. And then the last deal said, course closes at noon. Nobody could tee off after 12 o'clock.
Right.
If you didn't get teed off by 12 o'clock, you wasn't getting on. because it gets so damn hot.
I don't know why you would want to freaking tee off at 12 o'clock anyways.
Yeah, every tee box had an ice chest full of water and ice for free. Just they're giving you every opportunity to not go out there and get dehydrated and get heat stroke and freaking end up in the hospital just to play around the golf. You idiot! You drank a 12-pack. you never drank a single drop of water. It was 104, and look at you.
Look at you now. Look what you've done to yourself.
And if it hadn't happened many times before, they would not have put the sign up.
Right. Yeah, when I was doing that in Florida, I had just come from Massachusetts. So and it was just after winter. So
man. Now, one of the golf courses I played at in Gulf Shores, Alabama, on the first tee box, there's a big barrel, like whiskey barrel. And you take the lid off and it's full of apples floating in ice water.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that was their thing, right? So about every third hole had a deal of those. And every hole had an ice chest with rags in it and ice water. These chamois like rags and ice water.
Right.
Those deals that keep cold. Oh, that was so sweet. You put one of those on every hole, get a new one. Because it gets, humid and hot. It's, it's not unbearable, but if you have some water and you have those balls,
I would rather dry heat than humid heat any day.
Oh yeah,
any day.
And I always say in West Texas, when you're playing golf and it's hot like that, you get up under a tree and get some shade, and it's 5 degrees difference.
Oh yeah.
Right? But out in the humid, you get under there and it's like a freaking sauna. It's trapping the moisture and the heat under the tree, and it's like worse under there. God.
Oh my gosh. Florida was so swampy, dude. You'd walk out, you feel like you were just swimming through the air.
I played golf with a glove on each hand because my hands sweat so bad.
Yeah.
You couldn't grip a club because they're just constant. You could wipe them off on a towel, grab the club, and by the time you swung, your hand would slip off. Already sweating.
And it took so long. It took so long for me to get accustomed to the fact that you're just going to sweat.
Yeah.
Like when I first got there, I was taking like 4 showers a day.
Right.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. And
at some point you filtered out, and this is pure water coming now.
Yeah. It's just water, man. It's just water. Yeah.
Good morning, dear. Doing a live stream. Where's Lewis? Probably laying on the chair in the living room. That's where I last saw him asleep. You can start your coffee. It's ready. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody's getting up and around here.
Oh, okay.
Shalom,
brother. All right.
I'll get that guitar mailed out to you on Monday.
Idiot dogs. I appreciate it, man. I can't wait. All right, love you guys.
All right,
take it easy,
y'all
brother.
Take care. God bless.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Love y'all. Good discernment. Good vibrations. Hey, y'all don't hang up yet. Stay right there.
Who, me?
Yeah.